Hi everyone, so I've got this Genie Magic Jade doll, I think it's Jade, and obviously as you can see her hair needs doing, so I'm going to show you what I do to sort out doll hair. I'm just trying to get the paint off my hands. I've been decorating. One sec. Doesn't all want to come off. I have washed my hands but got some stubborn bits. So excuse my hands if you see any little blobs of paint. That's what happens when you decorate and then you're trying to do a video for YouTube at the same time. Right, some of it's cool. So let me show you what you need. So to sort out a doll's hair that's in this state, you're going to need some sort of conditioning spray. I've got this stuff, it's like a summer conditioning spray stuff. It's the first one I found in the cupboard. Any sort of spray leave-in conditioner will be useful. You're going to need a wide tooth comb and you're going to need a pet brush. This is it's either a dog or a cat brush. And these are useful for getting the tangles out. Like very tiny tangles, and also really smooths the hair down later. So these are very useful to have. So first of all, what I'm going to do is layer so her hair is all up like this, and she's going to need her hair straightening and stuff after as well because this is a mess. So what I'm going to do is spray some of this stuff on first. This is just going to help me get the comb through. You can soak the hair like in conditioner stuff, but I find when the hair's wet it's a bit harder. And then what I'm going to do is hold onto the head and just brush the ends first with the wide tooth comb. And as you can see, it's just sorting out some bits. You will get the odd little tangle, so if you get a tangly bit, just hold the hair shaft so you don't break the hair, and then just work that little tangle out. Sometimes you might have to go in and untangle it with your fingers like that, and just work on it until you can get the comb through, like so. I haven't washed this doll yet or anything because until I can untangle the hair it's not really any point, because if I wash the hair I'm just going to make it tangle more. So what I need to do is detangle it first. I find it easier to detangle the hair first before washing. It depends how you like to do it. You can do it before or after, it doesn't matter. All you've got to do is when you wash the hair, don't sort of scrunch it all up and make it more tangled. And I do it a little bit at a time. I just take it nice and steady because you don't want to be too aggressive with it because you'll pull plugs out if you're not careful. So this section of hair is not too bad now. So what I'm going to do is do it section by section. And what you can do is, if this is going to take a long time, you can just sit there in front of the telly while you're doing this and just work out those little tangles. I can see one there that my comb's not picking up. And then I like to use this one just to finish off the section. It helps get any tiny tangles out and smooths the section off. So that section's okay. Let's just give it one more go through, make sure. Yeah. So that's one section done. And that's all I'm going to do is just go through the hair section by section. Any sections I can separate from the matted bundle. I'll drink my cup of tea. always remember to start at the ends and work your way down the hair shaft towards the scalp. Make sure you get right next to the head as well, because you don't want to miss any tangles that could be right near the head. And then obviously with this style I'm going to have to be careful so I don't disturb the little tika thing. And then hopefully eventually I'll get her original outfit at some point. So just keep going until you can bring the comb through the whole hair shaft, through the whole section. And use the fine brush at the end. What I like about these pet brushes is because the bristles are bendy, because obviously it's designed not to hurt the pet, it doesn't pull on the hair too hard. So if you look, that's what the hair started with, and that's what it looks like so far brushed out. So I'm going to carry on doing this, and then I'll come back and show you what she looks like, and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so I've finished brushing through her hair, and it came out pretty well actually. Let me move the camera up a bit so you can see. So it came out pretty well. I can feel that once I get near the ends it's a bit dry and crunchy feeling, just a little bit. I did have to just take the very tip of the hair off. I just took the very, like about that much off the end, because that was really crispy and there would have been nothing I could do about that. So now what I've got to do is wash her hair properly and give it a boil wash, and I'll be back in a bit to show you what she looks like. Okay, so what I did is I gave her a wash with some shampoo and just thoroughly lathered the hair. But what I did was, as you put the shampoo on the hair and then just sort of massage it through like that, going down the length of the hair. Don't like scrunch the hair up or anything, otherwise you just defeat the purpose of trying to detangle it. Then what I did is, for a minute I put her hair in a cup of freshly boiled water. So I just boiled some water in my kettle, and I've got like a really tall cup, so I filled that up with water from the kettle that had just boiled. And then what I did is, first of all, dunk the very end of the hair in. If you see any like mad shrinkage or anything, then it's probably not going to be the sort of hair that will tolerate being boiled, so you do have to be careful. What I recommend is take a small section from underneath, dip that in the hot water first. If it looks alright and doesn't shrivel, it'll probably be fine, but obviously the boil wash thing you have to sort of do at your own risk. Then I got her hair like this, and I put her in this tall cup. That way the hair stayed nice and straight while it was soaking in the hot water, and I just left her for a minute. Then what I've done is I've just towel dried her hair. I've just squeezed it in the towel to stop it dripping, and then I've taken my pet brush and I've brushed her hair nice and straight and flat like this. And then what I'm going to do now is leave her standing on my desk so her hair stays nice and straight, and just let it dry naturally, just let it air dry. If you try and dry it with a hairdryer, you can, if it's the wrong sort of hair, you can risk melting the hair, and also it'll put the fluff back into it, because it can, like, if you don't do it so the hair's nice and straight. So I prefer to do it like this, where I just leave it, and the weight of the water in the hair will keep it flat like this, and then it's just a case of waiting for her to dry. So she has had her hair fully done. I've changed her outfit as well. I like the sparkly leggings she had on, so I thought I'd get something that would match with that. I've got this top. I've got a couple of these because I put one on my Yasmin look. I had a couple of these tops at some point. I thought that kind of looks a bit more like a nice top someone from Genie Magic would wear. I haven't got any Genie Magic's clothes or anything, apart from obviously she came with her shoes. And what I'll do is I'll leave her hair to dry like that, and then once it's dry I will just brush it through very gently with the pet brush. Not too much because I don't want to fill the hair with static, but basically all you do is you leave that to dry now, and it might dry in like it kind of looks like it's in little clumps, like little sections like that, but don't worry, once the hair's dry that brushes out dead easy. Come on, stand up. She doesn't want to stand up now. Lean your head forward, come on, there you go. So yeah, she's all cleaned up and ready to go, so she looks a lot better than she did, and she's all nice and clean. She's had a full bath and everything as well, and I did have to repair the thread on her tikka on that side. It's a little bit loose on that side. Oops, ever so slightly there, look. And I had to re-tie that one because I accidentally broke it when I was doing the boil washing. But I think she looks marvellous. And you can see some of the ladies here that I did recently. Basically what I do is anyone who's had their hair done, I leave them like this standing on the desk. So as you can see, there's a few I've done lately. So I did up Yasmin and Chloe. She's like, she's the one that normally wears the Santa outfit. I can't remember the line she's from. Got this Chloe, which could be like Girls Really Rock Chloe, or there was another one someone else told me it could be. So obviously I've got to research properly. What I tend to do is I clean them first, make sure they're nice and dry. Then I take photographs of them when they're nice and dry. Then I research exactly who they are, and then I've got a file on my computer and I put their photograph with their name so I remember who they are. And I've got like some little tags, some little treasury tags somewhere, and what I tend to do is fasten a little tag onto the back of the clothing with their name on, so I remember who it is for future reference. This one's the one that's going to become a mini-me. She needs a black hoodie, and I need to put blue in her hair somehow. I'll figure that out later. I might have to just like root that. I might have to just put some in. There's Skeleta. She hasn't got her outfit, so she's currently wearing a bathrobe. I do want to repaint her, but at the same time I want to keep her as she is. So I'm hoping from the car boot I'll get another one, and then I can definitely do a repaint. She's just screaming for a sort of creepy makeover. Like, you see how I did the bone effect on that one? I want to do that sort of effect on her. Kumi, who was nice and cleaned up, she didn't need a lot of work at all. She's just been sitting on my desk for a few days because I've got to take a photograph. And then these are other dolls I got. These are ones I ordered from eBay and got from the car boot that I haven't done yet. So it's my little production line. So done ones left to do. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this little tutorial on how to restore Brat's doll hair. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.